Headline: Grammy Awards, Bad Bunny makes Grammy history as he wins Best Album. News update: Israel beginning of rapper crossing. Anderson resigns from Labour Party. Rapper crossing limited reopening. Killed in Ukraine. Bad Bunny declared Ice Out at Grammy Awards. Head Rod Manderson resigned from Labour Party over Epstein rings. News update. News update. News update. News update. News update. News update. Let's start with sports. News in sport. In French, Montpellier 44-7 Paris in top 14 rugby. Rugby top 14 France, Montpellier 44-7 Paris. News update. News update on Tuesday. News update tells you that tomorrow night Arsenal will be playing against Chelsea in Carabao Cup. News update on Wednesday, Manchester City will be playing against Newcastle in Carabao Cup. News update on this Monday. News update on this Monday. News update on this Monday.
In the vehicle itself. So we have AI-based object detection, classifies everything around the vehicle, and
News update. The world. News update. Update Reuters. Un ministre britannique des Affaires étrangères a déclaré que les profits. Reuters, l'armée nigérienne a déclaré dimanche avoir tué un haut commandant de Boko Haram. Nigeria are declared to have killed a high commander on this Sunday. News update. News update. News update. News update.
And it's one of the biggest and the richest use also this product. It's called also one mixed with different flavors. And if I can also this one is a chili. Woman influence behind. It's powered by a woman. Sky, and you can get it in Rwanda. This ITF was really to travel in airline is and if African countries can sit down and find a way to face that problem, being a lot, because for me to have an idea of a business I can do in Algeria, I have to first come to Algeria, and that is a crucial one of the challenge we are facing. The second is mostly access to finance. Most of young entrepreneurs, they don't really have enough capital to do the biggest production, to access to the biggest market, and access to that.
News update. News update. News update. We are in Africa right now. We are reviewing update in Africa. Cacao in Ivory Coast. News update. News update. News update. News update. We are in Africa.
All the education work that you are doing, putting out, the positive story about what's happening in Africa. If you look at, Ivory Coast, for example, you look at, the infrastructure development there over the last, 15 years. I mean, it has been also, very exceptional. Let's say owning our own narrative and putting, the nice. I mean, there are a lot of things, good things that are happening, on the continent. I guess all the fund manager like us that have to explain what's happening in Africa, not only to a local, regional African community, but also to an international community. I think all the work that you're doing is very important because so the more our investor listen to you, the easier our job is. So what we have to do in common is to make sure that we can feed you with those positive story.
News update. We are in Africa talking about business and leadership. Let's listen to R.I.P from Cameroon.
Achievement, and we do a better job at selling them internationally.
News update around the world. 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 We are still in Africa. Tunisia, emergency state suspended until the end of the year by President. Madagascar, mining license suspension lifted after 16 years. News update. News update. Authority declare epidemic to fishing zone reopened after 30-year biological rest period in Guinea-Bissau. News update. Kisiri Kwang Wing, chairman of Afrex and board member of Afrexim Bank.
Funds for various projects and investments in Africa, facilitating trade across the continent. So our role as Afrexim, which is a subsidiary of Afrexim Bank, is to support and to find tailored solutions for the insurance cover of these projects and also of other businesses. In other words, our primary role as Afrexim is to design and provide tailored insurance solutions to cover the risk of African businesses. And in this way, we help not only to manage these risks, but also to mitigate potential loss of these projects and businesses in the continent.
News update in sport. Handball CAN Rwanda 2026 Ghana wins. News update.
And earnings within the continent for further development.
News updates around the world. News update around the world. News update around the world. Israel Hamas ceasefire. Rafah crossing partially reopens after 2 years. Egyptian media says Initially, only 50 people per day will be allowed to cross both ways. News update around the world. News update around the world. Deadly drone strikes hit Ukraine. Deadly drone strike hit Ukraine and killed at least 12 miners. News update. News update. News update. 69th Annual Grammy Awards. Kendrick Lamar win bigs at the event. Bad Boony makes Grammy history as wins Best Album. 68th Annual Grammy Award.
Huge film on Netflix, and that track Golden took home an award as well, which I believe is the first K-pop song at the Grammys. And
News up. Gold and silver price plunge further after Friday loss.
he has this kind of gold two-piece and long mermaid hair, but yeah, it's definitely a time for self-expression, and I think artists are really stepping into that area. You know, it's about the music, it's about what you bring in terms of your politics, it's about what you bring in terms of your fashion as well. So, just all-rounders.
News updates around the world. News updates. News updates around the world. News update. Kendrick Lamar win bigs on the 68th Grammy Award event. News updates around the world. News updates around the world. News updates around the world. News around the world. News updates around the world. Gaza reopening. Gaza border reopening after nearly 2 years. Israel Hamas ceasefire. Gaza border reopening after nearly 2 years. News update. News update. Affaire Cohen. Je ne commente pas à propos. Les potes, je commence ce que moi j'ai dit. Si Gronksman est candidat à la présidentielle, je sors de la tente immédiatement. News update. News update. News update. News update. News update. Les infantiles. Gaza, le parti de la France de Gaza, érige le ouvre-temps de 200 pour les habitants. News update. Ilan, j'espère que nos conclusions faire affirme Donald Trump alors que Khamenei redoute une guerre régionale. Iran, le pétrole chute près des propos de Donald Trump en faveur d'un accord avec l'Iran. News update. Iran, une attaque américaine déclenchera une guerre régionale prévue le but suprême R.I.P. Khamenei. News update. arrive amené con par station un coup d'état. News update.
Iran, le manifestants Irfan Sultan sort inquiété. Washington a été libéré sous caution. News update Iran. Téhéran dit qu'un cas de négociation sera finalisé dans les prochains jours. Gouvernement. News update. Convocation des ambassadeurs européens après désignation des gardiens de la révolution, groupe terroriste en Iran. Iran, le gouvernement demande avoir reçu un ultimatum de Donald Trump pour des négociations. News update. News update. News update. Rafah crossing reopens in both ways. Rafah boarding reopened in both ways. And news update. Headline in Ukraine. Two deadly Russian drone strikes on civilians in Ukraine. Zelensky says next round of peace talk set for this week. Trilateral meeting will take place on 4th of February and 5th of February in Abu Dhabi. President Zelensky says next round of peace talk set for this week. Trilateral meeting will take place on 4th and 5th of February in Abu Dhabi. News update. Israel authorized the partial reopening of Rafah crossing between Gaza and Egypt on Monday after nearly 2 years of closure. According to an Israeli security official, allowing people from Gaza to enter in Egypt. News update. News update. News update. Ukraine faces cold with limited heating and electricity. Bad Boony makes Grammy history as he wins Best Album. Kendrick Lamar wins big at 68th Grammy Award. Headlines and news update. Lord Mandelson resigned from Labour Party over Epstein rings. News update. News update. Chief Executive Officer of Grand Trade in Egypt.
Their products and to get the raw material from and with.
News.
A positive impact in this dimension because culture is what feeds our people. Culture is what makes them having joy when things are not so and when things are more difficult.
De manière critique et voir comment nous pouvons y remédier. De l'innovation dans les matériaux à la narration consciente, Decarbonize invite les créateurs et le public à imaginer un avenir où la mode respecte la planète autant qu'elle célèbre le style.
To work with artists that we believe can bring diversity into the community, and not only showcasing their artistic proposal, but as well bringing new audience.
From Nairobi
Lors de la Nairobi Fashion Week, les créateurs et les organisateurs utilisent le podium pour promouvoir la décarbonisation, mettre en lumière l'empreinte climatique de la mode et le rôle de l'Afrique dans les alternatives durables. Quand vous en Afrique, vous constatez que nous sommes très durables. Nous utilisons des tissus pour développer nos collections et nos pièces. Et le message qui ressort d'ici de chez nous, c'est que nous devons décarboniser. Le but de cette Fashion Week au Kenya est également de dénoncer le coût environnemental des importations de vêtements d'occasion.
Followers and visibility. More intimate when you are exchanging ideas and creating, when you are finding solutions or looking how to make that project come true with the conditions that you have, but as well when you see that there's a connection with the people you're working with. And for me, it has been more interesting at that level. You know, sometimes you work with big artists and it's beautiful when before, during and after the work, feel the person that they are.
And YouTube pays nothing, and YouTube gets to sell it and keep half the money, and that's quite a deal for them, it really is. But I've never made the show for YouTube. With that said, I love YouTube and I love being on YouTube because all you really want deep down is for as many people to see your stuff as you can. And I know that it has hurt because it is so easy to watch the monologue on YouTube now. I know that it has hurt the ratings, not just for our show, but all of the shows. And maybe that's kind of what has killed late night TV. More likely, the fact that we have our lead-ins are a tenth of what they were when I started.
I was alarmed to see that the most watched video from your show had fewer views than the average Mr. Beast video. And I don't know what that says about the state of the world, but
I think it says Mr. Beast is kicking is what it says, yeah. Well, you know what? There is a big difference. When you do the show every night, you're not going to get as many views, but we still, I mean, I will woke up this morning, there were 2.2 million views of my monologue the night before. So for everyone who says late night is dying.
News update. News update. News update.
Gaming ecosystem, right? So it, folks know to find games there, but it's also a highly competitive gaming ecosystem. So it's developed, this gives you both that upside and the downside. But what's exciting is that now we are moving beyond the phone to the TV. So I mentioned like one of the big gaming areas we're going after. One of the big gaming areas we're going after now is, social gaming experiences that will show up on your TV. So we are now announcing, we're going to announce here actually, that we're going to have these social party games that you can play on your TV with your phone as the controller. And it's things like, recognizable games like Boggle, you got Pictionary, we've got a Lego party game. We, basically are going to unleash this with a bunch of creators and they're going to go figure out stuff that we didn't even imagine.
Greg Peters, CEO of Netflix. Greg Peters, CEO of Netflix, talking about what new is coming to allow games to be played on TV using your telephones. That was Greg, CEO of Netflix. News update. News update.
As Republicans are, to bring some order. I think even Tom Homan has acknowledged both of those things are acceptable and what he was intending to do already. So I think we're on the path to get agreement, and I really hope that everybody will come to the table in good faith. That's what's going to be required here.
News update around the world. Headlines: Colombians are edged ahead of Petro's trip to White House. France's finance on path to repair as state defect narrow. Headlines: Gold volatility tops Bitcoin in weird price swing 2008. Rookie trades rapid 84%, white shows depth of China gold boost. High-speed trades face profit squeeze after India tax hike. News update. Abu Dhabi Investment Authority seek 2.6 billion loans. Emirates prepare to resume Israel flight after 2-year pause. News update. Michael Silos high-stake Bitcoin bet face fresh stray. Saudi embraces unricious month of reforms to draw more FDI. Emerging markets plunge as AI stocks, commodity currencies drag. News update. South Africa factory mode picks up drop as News update. Top news. NCCI is said in talks to sell unit to CLH Hedge Group. Oracle drops after plan to raise up to $50 billions. News updates and headlines. News update and headlines. News updates and headlines. News update of headlines. News updates and headlines. News updates and headlines. News update and headlines. Lugubi top 14, Pou 32, Touro 12. Bundesliga classement. Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim, Stuttgart, Leipzig, Leverkusen, Fribourg, Frankfurt, Union Berlin, Cologne, Augsburg, Mönchengladbach, Hamburg, SV, Atletico Bilbao, Elche, FC Seville, Valence, Getafe, Rayo Vallecano, Mallorca, Levante, Real Oviedo. English Premier League, Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Brentford, Fulham, Everton, Newcastle, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Brighton, Tottenham, Crystal Palace, Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, West Ham, Burnley. Italian Serie A, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli, Juventus, AS Roma, Como, Atalanta, Lazio, Bologna, Sassuolo, Cagliari, Torino,